Hello, my beautiful collective. You're beautifying your heart. I was hearing that. 2 different dogs just started barking at once. That's God. We got a very, 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 very big channel today, okay? So just to start, let's just start speaking over this reading because I've been getting bombarded. I went to bed last night. I did not recall to set my boundaries, but that's the first thing that we're gonna get into. So somebody was coming up into my dream space, but it's okay. I felt really bad that I didn't set the boundaries and I just fell right asleep. I was so exhausted. I had such a big day yesterday. But okay, before we even get into that, let's do our speak over this. Ooh. Connecting with your body, cracking your back and stuff. It's being moved. I'm getting called to do a different one. Thank you, source. Okay. So that's much better. A lot more calm. All right. Most High Divine Spirit, true source within, may there be all of you and none of the ego, none of me. Everything that is meant to be channeled through, and every word that leaves my lips, may these words all be anointed and aligned with the Most High and greatest good and highest and greatest good of all. May all of the elemental sprites, Mother Gaia, all of you source, all of your beautiful creation, may it protect the beautiful collective, protect me, protect this read, cleanse all of the nonsense, all these detractor spirits trying to come up in here, these false matrix beings trying to pull us into old timelines. That's no more, okay? We're gonna have a beautiful read. This is gonna be wonderful. I'm feeling beautiful. I bet you're looking beautiful. I can just feel it already through the screen. Doesn't even matter if you're not done up, okay? Your insides, your aura. I have a very green aura right now. I'm seeing it, a very white aura. You could resonate with that. You're seeing a lot of green and white in your aura, okay? Ooh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways. Yes. Thank you, Source, and thank you for all of your protection. Thank you to all of the individual itty-bitties, but I am thankful and blessed in general. And may this message get delivered with clarity, and no matter what happens, I will do my best to deliver. I will not get distracted or detracted and allow these spirits to come through and stop us from getting what we need to be out. 8980, 8980, 8980. Fuck how you feel. First thing I'm feeling. Fuck how you feel. Get up and do it. Fuck how you feel. Get up and do it. I was so exhausted. I was like, even yesterday, I was like, damn. I think I'm gonna just leave it at 3 readings and we'll come back to this another time. No. Immediately as soon as I got up, I started getting channels. Okay, so the first thing that I was talking about, how I didn't set the boundaries like I had wanted to originally. I had just gone right to bed. I had somebody connected to a karmic person, okay, their father, my uncle, Okay, that just came out. Okay, I don't care. T, whatever. He's just coming up in my dream space, and he'll come up in connection to my cousin, okay? He'll come up. I don't care if they see this. I don't care if they see this, and I don't care, okay? So, whatever, but he keeps coming up. And I'm just so confused. You could be going through something similar. I don't know. But it's like, my cousin's a genuine spirit. Like, I can tell. Like, they remind me of myself when I first was at the beginning of my fool's journey, okay? So this is not to diss them or to talk negative on anybody. But okay, my cousin, they're connected with their father, and their father is, it feels like a malevolent spirit that keeps trying to come in my dreams. It's very sexual and weird, like it's very sexually charged as well, undertones. I feel it all, okay? That's a whole mess I'm gonna not even get into. Spirit said close that up, okay? So I get up and I'm just like, dude, because this keeps happening. Like, this person just keeps coming in my dream space. I'm like, okay, so it's like a third party type of thing. Like, a spirit is working through him to get through to my cousin, to get to me type of shit. So it's like, no, now you're all getting cut off. You already were cut off, but now I'm gonna have to cut off somebody I don't even want to. Because they're just, I guess, crossfire is what I just heard. The song Crossfire by Steven. You're caught in the crossfire. Oh, no, no. This is gonna be a lighthearted reading. We aren't messing with that. We aren't messing with that nonsense trying to bring us. It's like a very weird energy, and I felt like I was trapped in the dream too. Like I was trapped in a room with him. Like it was very strange. It was very strange. I don't know what the fuck that means. I rebuke that shit, bitch. I transmute you. Because that's the thing. So I got up and I was feeling so guilty. I was feeling so shameful. I'm like, damn, I just had a reading yesterday where I'm telling y'all set boundaries, and I just fell asleep, and but it's like shit happens, okay? Shit happens. You just gotta roll with the flow. Spirit is gonna work this shit out, okay? It's gonna use these things. Okay, you might perceive it as something that's like so guilty, you're like so gut-wrenching, you're like, fuck, like, I could have done better, but Spirit's like, no, I'm gonna use that to reveal this person, okay? So, yeah. 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 Meow. Something about cats, aristocrats. Okay. Meow. Maybe you like to meow a lot, say purr, period. Someone just said shh, shh, trying to shush me right now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. What number is that? 912 on a school bus. 912, 93, ooh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 369, Nikola Tesla, 901, 902, 903 on the clock, word. Let's just say an affirmation real quick. I am allowed to be loud. I'm allowed to be a loud woman. I'm allowed to use my voice. There's no reason for me to be quiet, no matter who's asleep in this house, no matter what's going on. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, sometime in the morning. It's late outside. That's all I care about. Maybe you resonate with that. You got people you gotta feel like you gotta be quiet for in your house. Like, you can't talk, you can't be loud. Okay, whatever. Spirit, please guide me back to what we were getting into. Something about aristocrats. You could be very high upper echelon in your energy. Okay, feeling called to start with the breathing. Okay. Inhale positive life force energy. Exhale. Release all the stress, all the mess, everything that does not serve our highest and our greatest good. We're breathing it out of our nervous system and we're relaxing. Alright. And that's another thing. I got up and I was just so exhausted. I was so exhausted. I was like, oh my God, Spirit, please help me. Please give me some life force. Like, help, send your girl some life force to get this reading done, okay? And the whole time I was getting ready to do this, I was like, I was not able to breathe because I was getting so many freaking downloads all at once. Like, I was like, girl, be calm. Girl, be calm. This is a lot, okay? Okay. So, something happened to where, by the end, it was like I started dependent on them, like feeling dependent, like, oh my God, I need y'all to help me. To realizing, no, I'm a sovereign, independent Godhead, and breathing life force, the free life force, ether energy around us is how you get the energy. It's how you get the energy when you're fasting. Okay. So, becoming independent, you could have started your fool's journey dependent on angels, crystals. Now this is all an add-on. This is all an add-on to help you to get what you need, okay? Yeah, real independent baddies out here, okay? Family, my besties, my loves, my little pretty kitties out here in the cities, all right? Lucky cat, the lucky cat thing, okay? You could be very connected to the cat spirit animal. All right. Smile he, mila ha, mila ha, mila ha ha. That sounded like smile. I was very stressed before I started out this reading, but I smiled. Smiling transmutes the energy. It does. It does. Okay. It helped me to make the energy more lighthearted. Because I was very stressed before this reading because there's a lot of channeling going on right now. I don't like to channel. I like to pull the cards. It's very fun for me to have, because Source would be like, look down when I'm talking about something specific, and boom, that exact card will be right there, you know? And it'll just like, it just flows so beautifully. And I mean, I felt as well like I wasn't called to do cards really. This was more of a channel message. So the ego was very upset. She was like, I don't want to. Okay, because this is like 4 pages. I didn't even realize I wrote that much. You could write like crazy and like you look up and it's like 7 pages later, I'm like, oh shit, 1420, 420, 422. Okay, whatever, let's get into this. People around will disrespect you more and more. This is Source revealing them before your come up. Because right before you get this windfall of abundance, they will do their typical manipulation. Okay, there was more written to this. There was more that I wrote to this, but I wrote like a crazy person. I write crazy. So it's gonna come up again the rest of this, okay? Because I don't get everything just in a straight linear thing. Everything comes in bits and pieces, okay? But yeah, people around you will disrespect you more and more. This is spirit and source revealing them before your come up, because right before your windfall of abundance, they will do their typical manipulation, okay? But this has been revealed to you bit by bit, just like I was just saying. This has been revealed to you bit by bit. Okay, their spirit's trying to track me so hard right now. Trying to tell me my white shirt looks ugly. Bitch, who cares? At least I have a shirt. Okay? Yeah. At least I have a shirt. Okay, I don't know, something about that was weird. Anyways, but yeah, this has been revealed to you bit by bit. These people's, their push-pull tactics, I'm hearing. So this isn't coming to this is now that you're about to get your windfall, they're really getting revealed. Like, before you would get, like, I guess obliged to feel like you needed to, like, caught off guard, caught lacking, in a sense. By their behavior. I just heard a voice go, "You look like a man." Yes, I do. I'm in my masculine and my feminine. I don't care. Maybe you don't care. Maybe people say you look like a man to try and insult you, but that's very affirming to you. Like, you don't give a fuck because you're very confident and secure in your gender, your balance between your masculine and your feminine, okay? You could be androgynous, you don't care, okay? Anyways, keep it moving is what I just heard. Keep wanting to sleep in when I get these messages. Requesting extra... Okay, we already talked about that. And if you're exhausted, pull straight from archons. The archons are the rulers, okay? The planets, these things, these events that happen, they're scripted, okay? They're written in the astrology. Pulling from the true archons, though, like, there is a true sun behind the false sun. Yeah, there's a warm orange sun, and it's being revealed. There was almost like an LED light in the sky. It'll flicker. I don't know if you've ever seen that happen before. Maybe this is relevant to you. My screen just changed. I don't know if it'll pick it up. But something about the LEDs, the way that the lighting just was, it just changed. And it wasn't because of, okay, like, nothing changed. But it was like, it went like really white to really yellow now. Now it looks really yellow. That's okay. Confirmation. I don't know if it'll show, but at least I'm getting it. I'm getting the message. That's what matters. Alright. So when people would sun gaze as well, you're gazing into a LED light, okay? I personally feel like we're in a, what's that word, spirit? What's that? It's not, it's like the firmament. Firmament? It's not the firmament, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about? I'm feeling called to look that up right now. Because the firmament is the water. I'm pretty sure. Something about this. Something about the firmament. Okay. I guess that's what it's called. I thought that was just what the water was called. Okay. Channeling something about that, but yeah, channeling connecting to the true archons, breathing in. That's what you do when you fast. You connect to the stars and to the earth, and you draw in that life force energy. Okay. Spirit, I call upon you to help keep this message going, because there's a lot of detractors. Thank you. Thank you. So, yep. Pulling in especially from the sun, the true sun. Alright, and letting the sun energy, when you sun gaze, letting it touch your heart, letting the solar light, letting it through your body. It's like having a flashlight up on your skin, okay? And you see the red, you see, you know, how it looks. Okay, you absorb the light. The light goes into your skin, you absorb it. That's why people do red light treatments, because your skin absorbs the light. You're absorbing the information. You're absorbing the downloads. The sun is how you get your downloads, okay? It feels like we're in a bit of an ecosystem as well with the firmament energy, okay? Sore throat, clearing the throat chakra. Oh my god, when I got up today, I felt it starting yesterday. It felt like I was getting sick or something, like my throat. Like it felt like I had like something, like like I had like a frog in my throat. And The Princess and the Frog, the movie came up. Flog. Okay, that's coming up. I gotta pace myself. I feel like I'm overworking my heart. That could be significant. Slow down. I got that. 22, 14, 22, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 2, 2, 2 on the clock, okay? Okay, and it felt like I was having trouble controlling myself. Self-control. But I drank apple cider vinegar and water. Like I make it, it's like apple juice for me. I do like, it's basically carnivore, but it's like dirty carnivore. I'll still eat whatever. So like it tastes like apple juice to me when I drink apple cider vinegar. Maybe you're called to lower your carb consumption. Lowering your carbs will help you connect to source. It will help your pineal gland. Okay. Something about a hair wrap, wrapping your hair. I was going to leave my hair in my wrap. I was going to do this reading in my bed, but I was not. I was like stuck deciding between, should I do it in my bed or should I do it over here? So something about like, should I do something over here or over here? Which is easiest and which serves the best? Because it's like I'd have to clean some stuff. Like what's the least amount of effort? The path of most resistance is the path of least resistance, but it's something about that. Least, like, what's the least resistance? What resistance lets you know where you're supposed to go. If something's like if you feel resistance with something, it's probably you need to test the spirit, because this could be something trying to be oppressive and dissuade you or detract you, okay? So it could be like a false resistance caused by an outside source that's not source. Okay. Anything else, Source? Take a deep breath. A Fiat, a blue Fiat. That was a very pretty car that just passed by. You could know somebody who has a Fiat. Okay. Hair wrap, okay. And the next to that's tension alopecia. Because my part, it parts itself and it gets like painful. Because I just pull my hair back, I put it in a bun, and I put on a hair wrap most of the time. I'm being called to let my hair down today. Let it down more, put it in a bun, leave it out more. Okay. But you could be called to wrap your hair to protect your... This is your connection to Gaia, your connection to Earth. This is why Native Americans grow their hair so long. It's a part of why they do that. At least what I was downloaded. I'm not sure if that's officially. I'm not speaking for them. But that's what I got. Okay. Your hair is your connection to Gaia when you shave it. And it's your sense. This isn't dead. This is, okay, this is like an antenna. To connect to the earth around you. To connect to the things around you, okay? You can feel into things more when you have it grown out, okay? This is the Vril women of Austria, Germany, Nazi Germany. Something's trying to stop me right now. I'm not going to stop. Absolutely not. I'm relentless, okay? I'm relentless. I'm a beast. I don't stop. I don't stop for nobody but Source, okay? Let's just say that right now, because that's you too, collective. You don't stop for nobody and nothing but Source. No. And I have the right to say no to things that I don't want. The Source, my beautiful family collective, has the right to say no to things that they do not want. Okay? No. Okay. Tension alopecia, so you could be called to don't tightly pull your shit back. Don't slick your shit back. Stop that. Let it be natural. Let it be crazy. Let it be ugly. Let it be whatever. Who cares? Feelings are superior than looks. Okay? How you feel. Check in with how you feel first before you check how you look. Because that's something I do a lot. That's what the shrooms told me, and that's what's being delivered to me right now. Okay? Something about shrooms. You could be delivered to do a little bit of shrooms, okay? Be safe, because, you know, what's going on here? Okay, because it's all of a sudden now that the government's getting interested in doing shrooms, like weed, they're getting interested into it as a business, when that's not what it is, okay? And they could be genetically modifying these things, so make sure. Maybe you're being called to grow these things yourself, okay? To harvest these things yourself. Make sure you're being safe, family, of course. You know? Okay, so my part's like, it's doing too much. I don't know. It's like, okay, it's distraction. Okay. So, yeah. I could be too distracted. You could be too distracted on your part in something. Just get the message out. Just get what Source needs to get out. Don't worry about how you look. It doesn't matter, okay? Because your soul is beautiful. It doesn't matter what you look like outside, because when your soul is beautiful, you got a beautiful smile, you know? It don't matter. It don't matter what I look like, okay? And the spirit keeps trying to attack me. I'm gonna transmute you, babe. I don't care about what I look like, okay? I don't care. It doesn't mean you walk around looking like a bum, collective. I know you like to look good, you know. Okay. Okay, so yeah, again, I didn't do boundaries before bed. I had an invader revealed to me. There he goes, coming up again. Something you could perceive as something you perceive as you slacking off is spirit using you. Using that to reveal something important to you. Don't beat yourself up over it. Embrace it. Don't resist it. It is what it is, okay? And then, okay, yeah. There's a lot of fear of the subconscious operating in the subconscious, okay? That's what tarot is. You're channeling from the collective subconscious, unconscious. This happens when you smoke weed. When you smoke weed, you're I'm hearing, this is a thick ass cinder block wall, and I'm hearing the TV in the other room, whatever, okay? Something about that. But yeah, you could be scared of losing your masculine side, like losing control, okay? When you smoke weed, you're giving up control, okay? It's a spirit, you're letting it work through you, you're working through the subconscious blocks, subconscious hurt, okay? This happens when you're doing tarot. You're accessing the hidden realm, okay? Things that aren't outright in the logic, okay? Things that need to be interpreted in a different way. And I felt very resistant to that yesterday. I felt like super scared because I noticed that my memory was feeling affected, so it could be a sign as well to take a bit of a break. But I was guided to smoke, so I don't know what's up with that. I do know, but it's yet to be revealed. Okay. You operate blindly in logic, but you're fully clear in the subconscious. And it, like I said, if you have a clean lifestyle, it'll be like you took a fifth of shrooms. So something about that shroom spirit. Maybe you might not even be called to take shrooms, but you're being called to smoke weed. Maybe something about fungus, like don't eat mushrooms, or something about that like irritates you. It's like because it's mold or something. Make sure your stash doesn't get mold. You're storing things correctly in jars. Boveda packs to help keep it fresh. Boveda. They keep moisture out of things, okay? You could be seeing bugs. Okay? You could be traumatized. You could have had infestations before, something like that. Okay, so I'm feeling like that's it for right now. We'll come back to that if that's not. But the dot art book, we were shown this in like art class in like what was that? Like I guess like first grade. I was really, really little. Okay, so there was this book. It's called, I think, Dot. Just Dot. Okay. And I don't recall exactly how it goes, but it's basically something to do with just a dot being like the artwork this girl does. And that's valid, okay? Because art is subjective. I wrote it down. Okay. Art is subjective. Anything can be art. Yes, there's logical skills plus things you can learn. New info and new perspectives to make it look good or better. Different ways of thinking about techniques. You know, colors, different ways of thinking about things. There was a Chinese color theory video I watched yesterday, so that's maybe you could be an artist and you would want to check that out, because those Chinese people go crazy on their art. Oh my god. Being under President Xi Jinping does something to these people. Makes them go beast mode, dog. Okay. But at the end of the day, all art is valid, even if it's just a dot. Your art, all art, deserves to be created. Okay? All art deserves to be created. Maybe you feel like it's not good enough, maybe it's ugly. Okay, well, that's the point of art, is to express all of that. Okay, sure, make a pretty picture, that's a part of it, you know? But it's about the journey, not just the end, okay? Because we could have such a set in stone thing that we want to execute, but sometimes it's fun to just let it create itself, you know? If you're feeling called to just float wherever, okay? But if you're called to get clear and like have a specific image, you know, don't force it, but do what you feel, okay? Test the spirit. I feel like there was more that I had to say that. Oh yeah, with the ugly thing, let it be ugly. To have beauty is to have ugly. You need to push into the ugly to push into the beauty. If you resist the ugly, you're going to be resisting the beauty, and you're going to be creating blocks for yourself. That's that, spirit said. Moving on. Okay. Operating in an energy of thanks. Alright. I was thanking spirit guides and other things for helping deliver this message, delivering me. And I was in such a flow state with it where I was just like, I was writing and I was feeling a part of me say thank you, but it went away and it just became my being. I just became that being, like radiating in that energy of thanks. So staying in that vibration of thanks. It's not just speaking, okay? Because then it becomes like rehearsing. Just allow yourself to be thanks. Just sit in that presence, that serenity of just feeling thankful. Like, thank you for everything. Seeing a squirrel planting seeds for future generations. Okay? I feel called to get into the songs. I had 2 songs, I think, drop. Okay. One of them was Bun 6 by Pilot Red Sun. And that was in connection to your windfall of abundance that you're getting, and people are being revealed. You could, like the old internet aesthetic, you could have fond memories of a computer room when the internet was a space. Okay. 7 o'clock on the dot. I heard that before I even got the dot book thing. Okay. On the dot, I'm seeing like the sun, you know, the sun symbol. There's like a circle and a dot, an egg with a fertilized egg. Okay. 7 o'clock on the dot. You could have been born at 7 o'clock on the dot. You could have been created at exactly 7 o'clock on the dot. Okay, who knows? Maybe the month 7. You have a birthday in July. Okay. You could have popped right out like 7 o'clock on the dot. Okay. Okay. Under Your Spell by Snow Strippers. That was in connection to the people being playing in your face is what I just heard with the windfall of abundance, okay? Okay, because I heard iPhone drop. It was the iPhone drop. So somebody could drop their phone or a tablet or a device, Apple device, maybe drop an apple, okay? Any of that, you could drop your whatever. That's a confirmation if you drop something like that around that person, okay? Like, these people will they'll reveal themselves, because spirit will reveal them. You can't stay hidden. What's done in the dark will come to light, and you're going to be revealed. So it's just what it is. It's a given. There's nothing more than that, okay? Snow strippers, money could be tight in the winter. Don't be selling yourself if that's not what you're feeling called to do. Don't be putting yourself in a dangerous lifestyle where you're getting shit quick. If you've been building stability, I don't think you want to do that, collective, but like, something about it's enticing to you. And that's the gimmick, okay? That's the illusion, okay? It's all charm magic, okay? And I was getting something the other day where it was, I think people like Ice Spice get fake bot likes and fake views, so young women think it's acceptable to go and be a whore on the internet. Go and pop your pussy on the internet. No. These people get false support to make it look like this is what's popping. No, I don't think people... I'm gonna just start with, I don't even think there's billions and billions of people on the planet. Because you can go places, and it's a small world. You'll see the same people, I don't believe, first of all, let's clear that right up, there's billions of people on the planet, okay? First of all. Second of all, and all these people, like, no. So maybe you could be interested in artists like that, and you're being called to stop listening to all that nonsense, okay? I'm not saying you can't shake a little ass, okay? Shake some ass. It's a good exercise. It's a good movement. But it's become something else, okay? It's become not for you, but for somebody else, okay? For money, for something, like for attention, okay? Being called to stop at that. All right. Okay, don't use your discernment, family. We're smart. You use your discernment, but yeah, okay, that's it. Distractions from your calling. Your calling is not to be in a strip club picking dollar bills up off a floor from some nasty fucking people. Some fucking floor money, okay? Money laundering, they clean their money after, is what I'm seeing. The money in a dryer, but it's like, something about money laundering? What the hell is that? Money laundering? That's like, say, like, expensive art pieces, they're like billions of dollars, but that's like a money laundering scheme or something like that. Something about that, where it's like two people who knowingly are making a transaction, but they're making it seem like it's something else. Okay, something about that. Doing something in people's faces, like right out in the open. 44:14 on the clock. Okay. Okay, yeah, but back to this operating in this thanks energy. It's like you're in your heart and your crown. Like, it feels like there's like a connection. I'm not sure. Like it's like a circle, like a loop that goes from the back of your heart, like from the back of your heart to the back of your head, through your mind, your crown, And it comes in, it's like a loop. So the world card, I'm getting that. Cycles of thanks, the more you're thankful. Temperance, the more you create that, the more you get, okay? The infinite pouring, okay? Back and forth. But since you're so tempered, you're so well tempered, you don't spill any, you don't have to worry about spilling any, okay? Angelic, Midas touch, light as a feather. Everything you touch turns to gold. I saw that when I was going out, and it was at a Bath and Body Works. Okay. Somebody you know could be going to Bath and Body Works. Maybe these people who are around you, they enjoy the smells, the strong chemical fake smell of Bath and Body Works. Okay. Okay. All right. Being in that energy though and speaking it is an undefeated combo, I heard. I felt the need to rush the channel to rush the channeling to doing cards. Something about other people being more interested in the cards, like it's more interesting to see like me and source, like it's more like you can't deny what I'm saying. When I fucking pull, I'm saying something, I'm not even looking, I pull it up and it's boom right there on the fucking cards. I'm told, don't even look at it, just put up and boom. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, you could channel and you feel maybe insecure about your channeling, so you feel like you need the cards to prove yourself or something. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a master channeler. Okay, you channel the unconscious through your art. That's what art is. You're channeling archetypes. You're channeling. Okay. You can pick up on some serious hidden occult knowledge through your art. Like source will deliver. I know it does for me through my art. It will deliver things that you look up online and it's like, I'm feeling called to speak about it. I have an original species called Yakubs. I'm not too sure on the name yet, but they're like these angelic white women. They can be men or whatever. Like I don't know what I don't think they have like sex or anything. I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure on the specifics yet. Okay. They have this long hair, they got wings, and they got this like parasite mouth. Okay, they're parasited beings. Okay, and I got the download. Yakub, the big-headed dude who made white people or something like that. So I was like, what the fuck? Something about the Anunnaki and the reptilians being very closely connected. Like all of this stuff will get delivered to you through your subconscious. I'm getting like they're gonna try and distract you by stuff like that, jerking off. I felt that. Oh, and here we go. This goes into the next message. Okay. So all right. I had gotten a vision as well. There's an entity that's being blocked at every level. Your chakras, okay? Your Jacob's ladder, okay? I saw like a ladder, but it was like a house, and the entity was on one side, you were on the other side. I have a picture I'll show you. It's not the best, but it's okay. It works. It gives you the visual. Okay. Started at the root, trying to make you move too fast. But you're patient. Okay, this is like virtue versus vice. Sin versus virtue, okay? Ooh. Alright. Yeah, so it's trying to make you move too fast. Move out of the divine timing. Everything's divinely timed. You can't move out of divine timing, collective, so don't worry. Don't even worry about that. You're protected. I just keep feeling that you're protected. because you choose to do the appropriate thing. You're not down here to mess around, collective, okay? Okay, it tries to make you move too fast, you're patient. Lust, you got chastity. You're secure in it. Okay, you've been secured in it. Something just happened recently to where you're just like, you're being shown that the life that you're getting is better and more addictive than the life that you had. Okay, you could be getting into animating, singing, skating, skiing, snowboarding. Okay, a picture frame, painting, portraits, taking photos. There still is a need for that because, like, yeah, everybody got phones and shit, but you can do it different. You got a beautiful view. You know that there's specific things to make a picture look good, like how, for example, making something blurry in the back and getting a foreground as the focus. Like, small things like that, so don't be insecure. You are very good at what you do, and you can make money from that, okay? All right. There still is a need for that, like weddings, people still, school pictures, okay? You have a niche, and that there is a need for your niche that there's a spot for you to fill. Spirit doesn't have you doing these things for no reason, just to make you grind a 9 to 5, okay? Spirit would not put this information onto your soul for that, okay? Just to throw you away. So don't throw yourself away. You need to realize that you're worth more, and you need to go after what it is that you want. Like I say, I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5. I'm for real. I would rather die, because that is a slow death, being pulled away from your heart space. I'm not supposed to be sitting in a thrift store dealing with some Karen. Can I get a discount? Can I please get a discount? No, collective, that's not our energy. We're not supposed to be near people like that, okay? So no. No, my collective isn't gonna work a 9 to 5. They can be their own business entrepreneur. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, Surf's Up, dude. Something about that movie, Surf's Up. With the penguins. Happy feet. You might like to dance. You might get happy feet when you eat. Like, you might get happy and dance when you eat. Okay, be careful, collective. Make sure you're not gonna choke. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the spirit tries to put shame on you. You don't give a fuck. Like I keep saying, it might use people around you to pester you about getting a real job. Check these people out. This is what I'm feeling called to do. Check these people out and see what real job they have to be able to be in a place to tell you what the fuck you need to do to get your money. You're going to be getting more money than these people anyways. So that's why they don't want you to do what you're doing. Because they chose to not listen to their heart. They went and they did the thrift store thing. Okay? So they want you to do it too. No. My collective's not doing it. No, 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 no. Yeah. And they try and shame you for certain things. You just don't give a fuck. The divine feeling that is put on your heart is stronger than any shame they could cast upon you. You move for the divine. You don't move for these people. If spirit tells you to move, you say, if spirit tells you to jump, you say, how high? How high? Okay? And it looked like a wolf blowing a house, like foundations, like trying to punch you at every level. But every time it goes like that, you go like this, and you're blocking it with your arms, your heart space, your source, spirit. It tries to go like that, but you're like this at the root. It tries to go like that, your sacral, boom, like that. Oh, be fast, be insecure. It's trying to be creative now, trying to get different. See what it can do to work, because making you doubt yourself isn't working anymore. You aren't doing that anymore. You've been shown too much for that to work anymore. Okay. Okay. No They won't masturbate? Okay, boom, shame. But they get weaker the more you go up, because the more you go up, the more you're closer to source, okay? The more you go up Jacob's ladder, it gets thinner. The energy gets lighter. They're too heavy. They can only go up to the baseline heart chakra. They will not be able to exist in this new realm, this new 5D. Anything that love is the base, love is the new baseline. Anything that is not on the love frequency, it will not sustain itself. 55-24, 55-25, 55-26. Okay. So your heart chakra, because your arms are connected to your heart chakra. Look at this. Look at all this writing. But yeah, that's the wolf, and you're the angel, the earth angel, and it's climbing up the ladder with you. That was one of the visions that I had, where it was like a wolf, but it could have been just punching. Okay, I feel like you're getting like punched in the gut. Okay. So I might not even use the cards. I heard before this, you don't need to use the cards today. You're not going to use them. So I don't know. We'll see. I just love using the cards. It's just so fun. It's so fun. Oh my god, I love them. Okay. You could love reading. And just reading books in general. You could be called to go to the library, check out a new book, check out something about herbs, okay? Maybe on your way somewhere. It's on your way somewhere. You can get extra exercise by walking to the library. Maybe it's near you, you're in the city. Okay. Time for some affirmations, I feel. I call upon the spirits of Gaia to cleanse this space. We thank you. We appreciate you. And we're here for you just as you are for us. Thank you. We love you. I believe in my protection. I am Master Manifesta. That's exactly how it was written. Came out like that. I am lighthearted joy. I am playful and I am free. I am light-hearted joy infinitely. 8980, 8980, 8980, and so it is, collective. Factory reset, reset it, your reset to factory settings. Maybe you felt for a long time you couldn't be yourself. Not no more, not no more. You're feeling safe to come out. You're feeling safe to be your true self. Okay? Eradication of everything you are not. Because who you truly are has been there the whole time. It's just been monkeys throwing shit at you, rocking the boat. Okay? You can get the monkey off your back, but the circus never leaves town, is what I'm hearing. Okay? But everything you're not is going to just melt away from you. Okay? You don't even got to do any work. With this new energy coming through, 3i Atlas is passing through. Right near Earth soon. Really, really close soon. Okay? So yeah, babes, get ready, because we got a taste of it before, but now it's really coming in. Okay, so thank you to whatever the hell Thri Atlas is, whether it is a ship, whether it is a comet, an asteroid, okay, whatever it is, thank you for delivering us from whatever was not meant for us, because we needed some deliverance, okay? My shoulder just cracked and it felt so good. Like it was out of place, but it was a tiny crack, but now it feels good. So there was a tiny crack in something that needed to be sealed, okay? Thank you, Source. Thank you. It would have sank you to carry. Oh my God, it was a crack in your boat. Oh my God, with that judgment card. Oh my God, because judgment is upon us. I'm getting tingles, babe. I'm getting tingles. That crack in that boat needed to be sealed. You're good. Them people needed to be removed. Collective. Oh, we're good. We're good, collective. We're good, collective. I don't just read nonsense, okay? I hope you're feeling this energy too. I'm secure in my reading. I don't need no cards for this, okay? Oh my God, thank you, Source. Source. No matter what happens, stick with Source. You're learning to stick with Source. No matter how upset the ego gets, you know you can stay with Source, okay? Your light is not ever going to go out again, okay, is what I'm hearing. There is a light that never goes out. There is a light that never goes out. By the Smiths. The Smiths are being removed, okay, from your life. I mean, Mr. Smith can hop into anybody, but the people who leave the Matrix. So you're going to be around people who are in the Matrix now. I mean, whoa. Maybe you are now being put around these people, but you aren't aligned with them, like you aren't associating with them anymore, okay? But you will be soon with people who aren't in the Matrix, that don't have a Mr. Smith. They've removed that within themselves. So this can't come out and attack people and bind them, okay? You're going to be with people who are out of the Matrix, okay? That you feel safe to truly talk about whatever it is you might feel. I'm being called to talk about how some cars, when I look at cars, I had a relationship where I was with somebody and we were talking and he said something that I completely felt. He saw one time that there was just nobody in these cars. These cars are just like holograms. A holographic universe is where we are, okay? Light, it's made of light frequency, energy, okay? Okay. All psychic abilities is the ability to slow down, be present, and listen. Okay, picking up on things around you. Before I get ready to do these channel messages, things will happen. Okay, so the signs are all around you. You just need to slow down and listen. You're psychic. Okay, I hate saying labels. Like, I hate being like, I'm psychic. It feels like an ego thing, like an identity. I am a human being. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. So yes, I'm going to be telepathic. So yes, I'm going to be all of these things because that's my innate nature. It's nothing to have an identity about over. It's just the way things are. Okay, it's not something you need to build an identity around either. Okay, this channel is just for whatever it is that I feel needs to come through. I felt called to start channeling, so I did. One day, maybe you're called to start channeling, or you feel that desire in your heart. But it started first with me reading for myself, doing little 3 card pulls, just 3 cards. Because before, I would like, how I like to read is I like less cards, and I just get 3 or so, even just 1. Just pulling just 1 card a day for yourself. That's good too, because it helps you learn the message behind the card and memorize it. So when you do read for other people, you can get a deeper understanding. Okay? And don't feel bad for charging money for reads either, because this is You're the one that's holding that knowledge. You're the one that's going through the training to be able, you're holding the space for this knowledge to come down to Gaia, is what I'm getting. So don't feel bad for charging it, because some people just, it's like having your groceries delivered. You're making it easier for other people. They might not have the time, space, or energy to do that right now, and they might not be called to do that. So don't feel bad if that's what you feel called to do. $105.39. That's 369. Okay. 18, and then that added together is 9. Okay. May there be all of you, Spirit, and none of me. You're getting more aware of what is the ego. Oh, I want to eat. I want this. I like this. I don't like that. And it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just to be observed, okay? It's not to be separated, but it's to be observed. There's no separation, okay? It's all one. You are the spirit and the ego. Ego, right now my stomach's rumbling, but she's not hungry. It's just, and that's another thing. Every time your stomach rumbles or you feel empty, you don't need to eat, okay? Be less impulsive. When you cut out these sugars and you do one meal a day, you're not gonna be impulsive, snacking, losing control, that animalistic dude. Oh, I'm feeling called to talk about this. I would be fucking so hungry before I start doing what I'm guided to do now. The 1 meal a day and basically carnivore, dirty carnivore. I don't, use all animal products. But before, I would be eating, and the things that I would eat, I would get cravings in the middle of night, knighthood, middle of being knighted, okay? Ignited by source. That's definitely what that was. I was being knighted. Okay, I was ransacking the pantry. I heard covenant. Okay. I don't know. And I would just be eating, like, I would be so hungry, and we wouldn't have, like, a lot of, like, food. It would be food that needed to be made or something. Like, I would be craving carbs. I'll be eating dry fucking pasta like an animal. Like, I would be sitting there, like, chewing dry pasta, like fucking up my teeth, dude. It wasn't good. But I was so hungry, I was just, like, fucking eating like bricks. It's like, I'm getting an image of, like, a horse being in a stall, and it starts to eat its stall. It's so starved. Okay, and that's what it was. My whole childhood, I always felt so hungry, so unsatiated. You could align with that. You could never have felt full. You could have been very fat as a kid. Okay? But you slimmed out as you got older because, like, it was the amount of food you were eating. Like, that was all food being stored in you. And the carbs and all that. Okay, something about that. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, eating white bread. All stuff that's so bad for you. The pasta and the white bread. Oh my God, don't eat that. That's the stuff that takes you away from your soul. All of those added niacin, all these GMO added things, because they bleach the wheat. They destroy the nutrients that, even if you were to eat the stuff, the grain, there is nothing in it, and it's all fake added back in, and it takes you away from your soul. Lolita Caroli talks about this in heavy detail. Please go check her out. I will link her at the bottom. Okay. Okay, it takes you away from your light codes, all that GMO shit. You don't want that. Okay, but where was I going with this, Spirit? It can mess with your psychic abilities as well. Yeah, just basically just you could be just called to just stop eating that stuff, okay? I don't think if you're on this energy frequency, I don't think you're eating like that, okay? Maybe you are. I don't judge. Everybody's at their own spot in the journey, okay? But I feel like this far along, I feel like the collective I'm reading for has been guided since like 2020 to move towards this, to be a, like what I'm doing, a pillar for this new incoming age, okay? I don't feel like you still need stuff like that, but maybe you do, okay? I don't know. I just keep feeling this, like, now you're finally getting fully satiated. You're satiating yourself, you're eating good, you know. It's, you never believed that you never even knew what you were missing out on. Like, before you would be satiated, but the amount of hunger, like the animalistic hunger you would get, no. And that's with that GMO food as well. That's not normal, to be ravenously hungry. 11103 on the clock, 33369. Come on. That's not normal. Okay? Could be people around you, karmics, that want you to think that that's normal. They think that's normal. That's their normal. That's not your reality no more, okay? You can see that now. You can look at people and be like, whoa, that's disordered. You know, where you're at in your journey, you can see 11136. Anyways, yeah, your psychic abilities really, all psychic abilities are is being able to slow down and listen to source, being present. You could have lots to do right now. Stay the course. Show thanks for source. Oh, show thanks for source pulling you to the side as a child. Blessing in disguise. Okay. Being an outcast. Dealing with depression and all these things that you've dealt with since a young age. Now it's like you're aging in reverse. Okay? You were always so mature as a child. You were probably always told this by people around you. Oh, you're so mature for your age. You're so emotionally mature. Okay? Now you're aging in reverse. Now you get younger every day. I say that as an affirmation. My cells age in reverse. I get younger every day. I look like a child. I look young, okay? You could look young, youthful. People could think you're like 12 and you're like 20, you know? That's a compliment. That's your aura. Your aura is good. You're connected with source. You are a child of Gaia. Pickpocket and picky pocky, like the candy. I had an incense stick and it looked like a pocky, somebody near you who was a part of that windfall and abundance nonsense. 11331 on the clock. Okay, you could have, again, somebody who was into Japanese culture around you trying to all of a sudden come up in your dreams, like they're supporting you. That also happened in my dream last night. I had somebody who resonates with that to a T come through, and they were okay. I'll give okay. I have this piece of art where it's this giant three-headed being. It's on my Instagram. It's kind of old though. It's like 2020, like the beginning of my art page. Where it's these three-headed beings, and it's symbolic to me because I made it when I had to go back to the mental hospital. I took acid and I was guided. I'm guided to talk about this, and I was told to go back to the mental hospital. I was sitting exactly right here. I'm sitting over the energy point where I was, and I kept seeing a green energy around me, and it was like I just kept hearing when I closed my eyes on the acid. It was like, you need to get help. You need to get help. You need to get help. So going there, I made this beautiful piece. The subconscious came through, and it was like, one of them looked anxious, and it was green, and it was like, It was kind of like, and then there was one in the middle that was red, and it was just like, it was like crazy. It had like rows of teeth, like shark teeth, like down its throat, like that does. Something about that, shark teeth. Okay, just keep swimming. And then there was a blue one. I don't recall exactly what that one symbolized. I think it was like anxiety, anger, and depression. Okay, if I edit this, I'll link it. I'll put it right here. Okay. What about this source? Pinky Pocket. Oh yeah. So in the dream, it was so random because I haven't seen this piece in a while. So they came up, and I think that's why it resonates for me, is because nobody was there for me during that time. None of these people were there for me that came in the dream. Like the cousin that I have, any of my uncles, aunts, my sister was the one who's the picky pocky. She resonates with that for me. It could be your sister as well. She might have deeply influenced you and might feel she needs some type of credit. No, she does not. Okay? You are your own person. You transmute it into your own thing. Okay? She doesn't own a certain aesthetic or certain things. Something about that. Okay? But there were stickers made of that piece, and I would love to make stickers. I might. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna get stickers of my pieces made. We're gonna do that. I'm speaking that into the universe, okay? But it was like, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Because it felt like I had amnesia. Like in the dream, I was sitting there, I was like, I don't remember any of this happening. There was a picture of all of us in front of in nature with that picture, the three heads, like taped to a tree or like stapled or something. I was like, I told her in the dream, I'm like, I don't remember this happening. When did this happen? I don't remember any of you supporting me. When did this happen? Okay? When did that happen? Okay, like maybe when you were a kid, these people supported you. Okay, real heavy, and like that's good. They might have encouraged you. That's good. But like when you were in you were going through it. I'm hearing like you were, like I said, like I was in the mental hospital. You could have been in the mental hospital. Nobody was there for you. Okay. And all of a sudden, you're reaching your windfall of abundance, and all of these people who you have no fucking association with. You disown these people. They're basically dead to you. Okay? They don't want to do the work. They're karmics. They're good, and they're good in their karmic shit, and they're going to drag you right in with them, and they would love to see that. Let's just get real clear about that. They would love to see that. Because they can't have what you have, so they would love to see that. Because you're like them if they did the work, is what I'm getting. Like, okay, something about that. Oh, I'm feeling called to turn this off. Okay. Flickering lights, like LED lights, bulbs are flickering, so they could have been in and out of your life, you know, really erratic. And it blinds your vision. So your eyes have to adjust and get strong in the dark. Something about that. It's not even dark though. 118, 44, 43, 45, 46. Okay. Eradication is what I'm getting with that. These people are getting eradicated, and there's nothing you can do about it. These people are dying. They're like, my sister, she has like PCOS. And now I'm not saying that it's all her fault, but like your family could be getting certain diseases from things they're eating. They don't care. You know, because for a minute she was like very mindful about what she was eating, but then I started talking to her again, and she was drinking Monsters again, and she was doing all this stuff. Like, I'm like, bro, like, cause she'd had this whole thing where she cut out all the sugar. She had sugar-free food, erythritol substitutes, all of that. And then she just started going back to eating junk. So it's like they made an effort, but they just threw their hands up, and, you know, they just told themselves they couldn't do it. And that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Okay. You could have influenced your family to do better. I influenced my sister to stop smoking nicotine, like vaping. I had gotten, what is it? It's the nicotine patches. I can do a whole video on that, family, talking about how to break habits like that. Okay, if you need that. I think that's what's next. I'm gonna write that down because I feel the collective needs this right now. Okay. There's probably already videos out there talking about it, but they need your perspective on certain things, okay? So don't be afraid to do the same thing that other people are doing in your own way, okay? Period. All right. 120, 54, 120, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 121. Okay. So, yeah, but I mean, it hurts me because it's like I saw her doing so good. You know, she quit nicotine too, because since I got the nicotine patches, I don't know how I had got my dad to give her some too, because I think, I don't know, but he somehow ended up buying her some. Okay, she was blessed just by association, okay? So it just felt good that I could, me wanting to quit at my age. I only had about like 6 years, maybe a bit less than that, of smoking nicotine. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, around there, like 4 or 5 years. Okay, so yeah, for me, I hope she doesn't go back to that, but it's out of my hands, it's out of my control. Accepting that you cannot control stuff like that. Okay, 122, 11, 121, 12. Okay, you're accepting that you can only control yourself and your response to these things around you. Okay, back to this, the channeling. Oh yeah, but so, oh, and she was trying to like gaslight me in the spirit. She was like, "Oh no, don't you remember we took this picture? We all were together." So that could pertain to you somehow. I don't know how. Maybe like your family's trying to gaslight you. Bare minimum things they did are made extravagant and grandiose. No, we don't accept that. The illusions will be revealed. Pickpocket, okay? They're trying to pickpocket, okay? Sneakily come in, disguised, fake concern to pickpocket, okay? See what they can get. Opportunists living in the city, you know that's what it is all around you, okay? People always looking to fucking get up. Meanwhile, they're fucking up their opportunities, because you could sit at a table with us, the collective. We will not withhold food from people. We want to see you eat, but you don't want that. You want to get up in the moment. You want to be up in the moment. You don't want no longevity. You want what you can get in the moment, okay? And Spirit's not allowing you to bring these people. It doesn't matter what history you have with them, they're going. Okay, history doesn't matter. How are they treating you right here and right now? They aren't here. They aren't there, but they will come up and they will try and pickpocket, okay? Hamster, a hamster energy. Something about their pee. I don't know, something about the cage, the way it smelled, the pee, something about that. It was very like calming to you. You could have had a hamster when you were a kid, and the smells of the hamster could have been very grounding and like comforting to you. Taking care of a little thing, having something little to take care of. Okay. Princess and the Frog, we said that. Stella gets her groove back. I was hearing Stellar, you're stellar, Interstellar. I don't know what movie that is. I heard that in a reading, but it kept coming up for me, so I don't know what that means. it feels so nice. You could have curly hair yourself. You could have coils. Okay. You could be using tap water, and it does mess with like the coil pattern. Okay. I also noticed, okay, you won't see it right now, probably on the iPad. Yeah, you can't really see, but the ends of my hair is like red. It's red. My hair is black, but it gets bleached brown and red on the bottom. This is the older hair from the tap water. It bleaches your hair. It's bleaching your hair, and it's not good. They have chlorine in there, so that's probably what it is. It's not good, family. It's not good. Something about that. Like, my hair, it's like red. It looks like I had box dye in there. Like, it's weird. You could be noticing that if you shave your head and you have a filter on your water, your hair could come out a lot more, like, the waves are more defined and it's black, or it's like whatever color, it doesn't change. Okay, I always thought I had brown hair, but it's actually black. Okay, so I kept getting downloads too fast, things around you, or you're too fast for people to catch. Real Mercury messenger going to Hades to get the Pluto energy, something about that. Okay, there's something. I think Mercury just went direct. I think it was. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's in retrograde right now. I'm not sure. Don't ask me nothing about that right now. Okay. Could be a mess around you and it's irritating you, causing you irritational blocks. Time to organize just a little bit each day. One small thing you can do each day. One thing you can take out of your room each day. Maybe 1 to 3 things if you're feeling full of it, full of that life force, you know. Eye of Ra, Ryan's Eye, the tarot reader on YouTube, the black girl. I love her and how she reads. She is so funny, dude. She is like, oh my god, dude, you're so funny. Okay, you could watch her. You could be in alignment with me. All right, and if you watch me, you're in alignment with her. Oh my god, I love how she reads so much. And that's the thing as well. Okay, you could be getting into reading, but when I first started doing these videos just only a few days ago, I was so like scared. Like, even in my first video, you can see it, the way I was so scared. I was like, like the first 5 seconds, I was so stressed. I didn't know what to do. I just jumped right into it. So you could be called to jump right into something. You could be feeling a bit insecure. Don't worry, you're good. Using the people around you as blueprints, but being yourself is the key. Being yourself, being yourself is being in alignment, okay? Okay, and I take bits and pieces of things that I like and incorporate it into my personality. That's how art works. That's how personalities work. That's how being in a family system works. You take bits and pieces of your family and you know, so your family could feel entitled in a sense because of that. Like, you behave in a similar way and you picked up things from your family. Who cares? Okay. Did you read the rules, terms of service when you had a kid? Okay, like, what do you think your kid is doing? It's a copy of you and your lover. Okay, so your family isn't owed shit. They aren't entitled to nothing. You're your own autonomous being with your own body, mind, thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. But yeah, I feel like now I'm like learning my flow. I'm getting into reading how I'm meant to read, because each reader reads in their own way, and it's like you go to them for that energy. Okay? Chameleon energy. Feeling like you don't know who you truly are, you know, because you do that. Okay, so it's time to find who you really are. Okay. Yeah. Imposter syndrome as well because of that. But you're to be you. Okay, that's another thing I got when I was doing this. Like, because it felt like I was dependent on source. Like, I had to, like, micro check every message that's coming out to make sure that I'm putting out exactly what's meant. But source said, no, just be yourself. Yourself. Like, you're healing. You are healing. You're healing yourself, so you're healing the world. The world needs yourself. They don't need a copy of somebody else. Of course, take inspiration. Take bits and pieces. Frankenstein, just a bit. But you got your own stuff down here that you're meant to bring, your own energy. You aren't meant to copy. Because why would somebody want to go to you as a copy when they can just go to the original? You know what I'm saying? So, like, just be yourself and bring your own energy in. And it feels better to attract people who genuinely align with you and your energy. So, you could have traded your authenticity a lot in the past. No more. That crack is sealed. Intentionally doing beauty enhancements. Like, when I do my eyelashes in the morning, I just go like this. And I just hold them. And I say, I am invoking these new perspectives and clearing out when I comb them upwards. I'm clearing out all these old perspectives, all of these old ways of seeing things, and I'm open to the new perspectives this source has for me. For the highest and the greatest good, and highest and greatest good of all, 8, 9, 80. So you could be called to do that when you're getting ready. You could be called to go natural. I don't have a lick of makeup on me because that shit is chemical bullshit, chemical poison. There's nothing wrong with your body. Your body reacts certain ways to certain things because it's warning you. It's not that there's something inside wrong with you. Okay, and this is a general reading. Take what resonates. I am not a doctor with a PhD. I am a doctor to myself. I am my own doctor. You're your own doctor. Another thing, don't rely on you know, this healthcare system sucks. Okay, don't having somebody else take care of you, like this is a whole other tangent, but like having a dentist, having somebody else have to clean your teeth because you aren't properly cleaning your teeth. You could be called to do different things to clean your teeth. I have a natural toothpaste solution that I use. It's just coconut oil and sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. Okay, you can put essential oils that are internal friendly in there, okay? But don't do that if you're eating sugar because it's abrasive. It's going to fuck up your teeth. If your teeth are soft and your bones, horses' bones get soft and fucked up and they break because they eat too much sugar, that happens with humans. Humans and horses are deeply interconnected, okay? We've been spliced. We've been genetically messed with, okay? There's certain people who have certain genetics as well of certain animals. I'm channeling really fast. Hold on. Okay, and that really fast energy, again, it keeps coming up. And I heard this. How am I to get better if you won't let me give me space? Someone wants you to get better. Like, they'll tell you, oh, you need to get better. You need to go join the army. You need to go be a doctor. You need to go join the... Like, you need to do all this. But they don't really want you to get better. And I don't recommend that you go and join the army either. I don't recommend you do any of that stuff. If you're on this collective, that is not for you. Being in the army is being programmed to take orders. My collective does not take orders from anybody at the Most High. And the Most High is not with that, with the army. Wherever the army is, this U.S. military, source is not there. Source is not within a 5-mile radius of that place, is what I just heard, okay? How am I to get better if you won't let me? Give me space. Somebody, like, wants to make it seem like they want you to get better, but deep down you both know they don't give a fuck and they want to see you crumble. They don't care, okay? The throat chakra block was irritating me. I felt very blocked before I started this read. Like, I felt like a wool was over my eyes or something. Like, it was weird. Eating iodine for your thyroid, iodine-rich foods like eggs and seaweed. Seaweed is very good for you. We come from the ocean, I feel, with like merfolk, like we originally were in the ocean, Atlantis energy, okay? Alita Caroli talks about that a lot more in depth than I'll be getting into. 135, 33, 34, 135, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay. 39. So, getting that biome, like getting that gut connection. Bathing in seaweed as well, I'm getting. There's certain things that you can get to bathe and your skin absorbs it. Okay, like a bath. Okay. A salt bath. Please don't use bath salts. Oh my god. Someone wants you to get back at them or back with them, but they really don't want you, okay? That, like, Seven of Swords energy, I think it is. Seven of Swords, where he's carrying all the swords and there's two behind him. Like, they're just gonna keep doing the same thing they've been doing and picking all these other people but you. Okay, that karmic cycle's done. Yeah. Okay, I gotta come back, collective. Potty break.